All right, here's Bobby's training for the day. It's been a couple days. She's got additional contact with the bareback saddle and the reins hitting her neck. So she has some work throughs here. So she's just defiant. She's the head of the herd. She doesn't want to listen. So I'm just correcting her. It's been like 4 times in a row now that she just keeps going into the stall telling me no. So I'm just going to create more pressure when she tries to find rest away from what I'm asking her to do. Ideally, it would be great if I had a singled out round pen, but I've never had the things that were optimal, and I've always just used what I have. And so I'm super thankful for everyone having a pen and somewhat of a shelter at least. So I'm just giving her time to think right now while I'm asking her to come out. And once I realize she's not listening, then I create more pressure and send her out. So I'm just bringing all of her numbers down right here, all her stress levels, by pulling her out, giving her assistance with the right answer, and then telling her to go to the direction I originally asked her to go. So that is not relaxation. That is defiance and spunkiness, and I don't like this, and I don't like you telling me what to do. And she just continues to go in a corner because she does not want to do what I'm asking her to do. She doesn't want to do it. So she's just throwing a fit like a toddler. As soon as she faces up, I'm stopping the pressure. So I'm not being angry. My energy is just saying, get out of there. So I fluctuate between creating pressure and gently asking her to do the right answer again in a soft way. I can read her. So right there, she kind of reared up. She kind of threw her butt at me. I'm not going to really get after her too much because I want her to stay low. And I don't think she even is processing what's wrong here. She's just full on defiant where she's not even thinking. So I'm reading her. If I'm not asking her to do anything and I'm standing still, she should face up. So every time I'm giving her an option to come to me. So I'm making the noise that means come to me with my hand out like that. She's deciding not to come to me. And so I give her a few seconds and then I'm going to send her off again because we're not going to play games. You can come to me and submit, or you can send off again. So she got really, really worked up in this. She has not gotten this worked up before on a training that I remember, but I also just didn't let her continue doing stuff. So this is like a full-on crow bucking. It's the strap around her chest. It's me not letting her get away with stuff. It's me not letting her stand in a corner. She's having to face that she's submitting to me. You can tell right here. I'm picking boogers out of her eye. She's not trying to hurt me. She just doesn't want to do what I'm asking her to do. She doesn't like the bag, the flag at the end of the stick. She doesn't like that I'm telling her what to do. It's just her working some stuff out. So I'm not angry. It's a little bit disheartening, but honestly, it's better little by little every single time I work with her. And that's all I need. That's all I need from her. Because ultimately, I'm not on a timeline. I'm just working at her pace. And like this right here was really good go around, but then she faced up semi-aggressively. She was trying to push me. She doesn't like being the one having to listen. She tells everyone in the herd what to do. And she's big, she's fast, she's dominant. And so it's really just working through partnering with her. When you have a dominant horse that's strong like this, you don't want to get into a fight because you're either going to break their spirit and they're going to give up on life, or like you're pushing into abuse at that point, or it's going to be a fight for the rest of your life. So I'd rather earn her respect and let her give me the right answer on her time at a peaceful pace. So again, she gave me the right answer. She faced up. I'm not saying whoa at all. She's just calming herself, which is the right answer. The last time I worked with her, I didn't push her hardly at all with anything because she had fresh bites all over her body. Those bites are now healing. She's still itchy, but they're healing. I groomed her really good yesterday and she's doing a little better. But she knows not to go into there. So I'm just creating a bunch of disrest right now. I know I don't want her to plow through the wall. I don't want her to jump the wall. I want her to turn face up and come out. So when she faces up, I'm just going to back off of that pressure. So then I'm just going to gently give her the right answer and pull her out. And she's just going to keep backing up. And it is frustrating because she knows the right answer and she's refusing to do it. So, but it's okay. It's at her pace. She's not trying to hurt me. Again, she's doing the bucking and the kicking and throwing a fit. So when I came out that time, I corrected her. I did push her, but I don't like her response of trying to go through a fence. And again, right back into the stall. So I'm being a little pushy, getting her out, even though that's not the direction I want her to go in. She needs to move. So she goes in this corner again. And honestly, I remembered as I was doing this, she did this right at the very beginning when she was a baby and I was working with some groundwork with her lightly. She'd put herself in the corner and throw a fit and refuse to come out. So her jumping and kicking at me like that, she's nowhere near me, number one. It's not okay, but she's working through it slowly, slowly, slowly. So I'm just creating more and more pressure. So right there, I didn't say anything. I just pointed. She knows exactly what I want her to do. She's being rebellious. So her face up there was like borderline aggressive. So I'm going to ask her, do you want to come in? Do you want to submit? Do you want to follow me? She does not. So we're going to send her off again, but calmly, because I'm seeing right now that she's breathing really heavily. She's moving away from it. It's all the wrong answers. So I'm just going to get her moving at all. And again, I'm just going to get her out of there immediately because that's not the right answer. I'm not going to let her rest in the stall at all or even think about anything. It's move out. There we go. Again, she knows the answer, but she's trying to get out of the answer. And we're just going from corner to stall to corner to stall to corner to stall to corner to stall. It's really, really, really frustrating. That one right there was very, very disrespectful. And so I come up and hit her to correct her, which it was within the 3 seconds of correction. She knows she is not to be kicking out at me like that. It's not happening. She's not pushing me around disrespectfully like she does the rest of the herd. So again, I don't want her blowing through corners. When she faces up, I'm going to point the direction I want her to go, give her a second, and then ask her again. So she got actually a pretty good answer in that section. So my son was concerned about that twisting. It doesn't matter. It's just cotton. Even if it gets underneath her, I mean, she might roll over on it, but it's not going to do anything. So the point is to keep her engaged with me. And right now she's not. So flipping around as fast as possible, out of corners, thinking and processing stuff. So I'm asking her to whoa right here, and she's just blowing through, trying to go through the fence. And this is just what she does. When she gets anxious, she tries to bust the fence. It's just rebellion and anxious stuff. So I can't remember what I'm fixing right here. Probably the reins getting all wrapped up. But when you see, I'm not asking her to do anything but stand still. She has no issues. This is just rebellion. It's not fear. It's not hate. It's not aggression. It's just rebellion, plain and simple. So she's moving off really beautifully right there. That was actually really good movement for her. It was really pretty. She also stopped herself from knocking my son off the fence today, which was good. So she's refusing to come out again. So I'm calmly asking her, wrong answer, spins backwards. She knows the right answer. So we're just working through her willpower. So she went off and she realized I'm getting sent off every time I don't come in. So as soon as she submitted and stepped into me, I relinquished. I lowered all of my energy, went down. She's breathing super hard right now, super hard. So I'm just trying to help her regulate her emotions, her heart rate, her breathing by not over asking right now. So I'm just doing some desensitization. She does not like the bag. None of them like the bag. The Mustangs don't really care. It is what it is. But the sisters hate the bag. They don't like any of it, but they're so stubborn. Part of the reason they don't like the bag is because it does enforce what I'm asking them to do, which that's what they don't like. So, I mean, Cricket has some fear triggers. That's a little different than Bobby, but just calming her down, helping her regulate. She's dropping her numbers really heavy right here, and I'm letting her catch her breath. And then I'm just going to work with some mobility off of my asking her. So I don't want reaction. I want thinking, cognitive choice for the right answer. Because they're young, it's very important to have clear commands and clear responses. So she did that well. You can see her heaving. Like, she got herself worked up in a flipping tizzy today. And it's like, that's her fault. She threw a fit. She'll be better next time. The end of this session was really, really beautiful. So what's happening off camera is I'm popping my son up and down. Because of my deformed ankle, I just don't trust myself, and my mobility is not what it should be for me to safely do stuff. I can control the horse, calm the horse, and yank him off and him be safe, where I cannot do that for myself. So until they're a little bit safer and I can get them more under saddle where they're understanding that we're still working together towards a goal, he's kind of my test dummy. So we're just doing some basic mobility stuff. She's still kicking out at the bag. She does not like the bag, but she's thinking and willing. She's not mad at me. She's okay. So she's got little steps. She's supposed to do a full crossover. So I'm moving this step just to get her over. But as soon as these sessions end on video, I don't have a third person right now or consistently to hold the camera to show me and my son working together to get them okay with people on their back. And right there, she did not step on me. I felt her foot being too close for my comfort, so I got out of the way. She wasn't telling me to move. She wasn't being disrespectful. I was just protecting myself. So I throw that. I left this in here because it's important to show how I'm helping them regulate and calm down. That's part of the training, you guys. It's not just give me the right answers, let me ride you as fast as possible. My goal is partnership, and I want them on the same page as me. And sometimes it takes a little longer to self-regulate. So, I don't know what I was doing. Oh. I was getting her ready for moving off of leg pressure. So I was just lightly putting my hand behind her shoulder and asking her to walk forward, and she did great with it. So lining up on the stool here, she's still kicking at that. I'm just gently touching her with it and asking her to move in. I'm using the reins to direct her head. So she moved shoulders in, which was really good, but I'm asking her butt to yield off of the bag. So it was great to have the reins because I corrected her head and her thinking to get her butt engaged. So we're still fighting the bag. Silly. There she goes off the bag completely, and then I give her a really good scratch down. So I try to help them relax because that's part of the right answer every single time. And you can tell she's still breathing hard, but she's enjoying the scratch. She's not upset at all. She's not trying to bolt or get away. Overall, it was a really good session, and she's not spooking at me moving the bag. I'm not asking her to do anything. I think it was a really good session with her. So after this, we had my son jumping from the ground as if he's going to mount from the ground. We do a lot of barebacking, and so I like to be able to mount my horses from the ground bareback and just jump on them, and getting them to that point safely just as a lot of repetition of jumping and pressure and release and getting them comfortable with us being leeches, basically just crawling all over them. So this is the calmest she's been at the end of a session the whole time, and she worked really well. My son went halfway up from both sides, and I try to do everything both sides. So that's today with Bobby.